Hi guys, it's me, I'm here again. I don't have much to say, so I don't even know why I got on. But the new diet is going well. I'm sticking to it. I don't know what the brain thingy is, but I am. Hands are okay today. They woke me up. Hip hurts, but also, there's a front coming through. We're supposed to expect rain coming in late tonight and tomorrow, from what I understand, an all-day soaker. So it could be the front. So we'll have to see. I guess I was leaning on that, yeah. But there, it is what it is. Anyway, just been kind of lazy today. I got my little bit of housework done when I got up, so it was kind of good. And I've been working. As you can probably see, I've got ink on my fingers. And I've washed, so that stuff stays with you. I should wear gloves, but when I sit down to start to create and I get into it, I don't get up and put a pair of gloves on. Plus, it's a little more annoying to work in the gloves. So anyway, I'm working on a mini album for my dad. The last time I went home, I raided his workshop, and I got some bits and bobbles and some metal flashing and these little metal drawer fronts, but they don't have a handle on them. They're just a little thing with holes that you attach to the drawer, and there's a little label slot so you can label the drawers. And he had a stack of those. He had gotten this big unit, and he doesn't label anything. He is not organized at all. So he never put those on, and they will never go on. So I said, how much for these? And he said, free for all you want. So I got them. Well, I got about half of them that were there. And I used that on the front of this mini album for him. And I used, he gave me a roll of aluminum tape, and I used that as well on the front of it. And I didn't leave the aluminum tape silver. I used some alcohol inks and colored it up, and I placed some little round halfback beads underneath it and made it this kind of, it's interesting. It's crazy, but it's interesting. And it's going to be 6 pages, but front and back of the page, that'll make it 12. And that's the perfect amount of grandkids that he has. So I'm gonna dedicate a page for each grandchild. And you know how people are, inevitably somebody gets upset that you didn't put their kid first in the book or something like that. So I'm doing it alphabetically, and that's as fair as I can go, and anybody that wouldn't like that could bite me. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, I'm working on that for him, and that'll be a Christmas happy. And it's using things from his shop, so I thought that was pretty neat. And I've got some washers and stuff too, so yeah, to make little charms to hang off the side of it. But I'm not girling it up or anything that hangs from it's very manly looking. And I want to get some of the, if you're a crafter and you know Tim Holtz, you'll know what I'm talking about, the gears, his little gears. I've never had need of those before. I've thought, but now I think Thursday I'm going to go get some. So yeah, and let's see. Am I working on anything else right now? I can't think of anything. Oh, I was working on some little Christmas ornaments, and I should have brought one back. And I think I've said that before. Anyway, I should have brought one up with me, and I didn't. I made chili tonight, and I was expecting the rain to be here before now, and found out on the news it was supposed to be, but it's taken a little bit longer, the front is, than they thought it was. So it's coming. It's just late, and I cooked chili thinking it'd be raining and it'd be nice to have a bowl of soup in the rain. Well, not in the rain, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm not here tonight. And it was really good chili. And it was a medium onion sauteed, and 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, and a couple of carrots diced. And you just saute that, and then add a pound of beef to it, and then brown that and drain it, and then put a couple of cans of diced tomatoes in them, like 14 point something ounce cans. A couple of 2 cups of beef stock or beef bouillon, hot beef cubes. You can add those to some warm water so it dilutes fast, and put that in there. That's what I did, because I didn't have beef stock on hand. I had chicken stock. I should have used chicken stock, but I wanted that beefy to it. And let's see, and then I think it turned out to be like 3 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, and probably about might have been 2 teaspoons of cumin, and you do it to taste, and about a half a teaspoon onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic, about a half a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. So, I mean, you can season it like you want to. That's a good jumping off place, and then you can add extra of whatever you want. And we had that, and it was really good. It was really meaty. The liquid proportions were perfect. So, the carrots, we're on the paleo diet, so the carrots kind of simulate or take the place of the beans in it. But my husband's a Texan, and he said no real Texan eats beans in their chili. I'm like, I'm sure there are a lot of Texans who eat beans in their chili, but Texas chili, they don't generally put beans in. Anyway, so let's see. So that's what we had for dinner, and I had enough left that my husband and I both can get a bowl off of it for lunch. And tomorrow I'm going to roast some pork, and my husband wants me to use roast pork and do the very same soup. So, if that's what he wants, that's what I'll do. And I think tomorrow night I'll serve it over. I steamed some cauliflower, and then I put it in my food processor and ran it through the grater attachment, and it makes faux rice. And I just stirred a little butter and salt and peppered it in there. And tomorrow I think I'm gonna serve that, because I have plenty left over. I'm gonna serve that in the bottom of the bowl and just kind of pour the pork chili over it. But not much going on, just kind of hanging out, working on stuff for Christmas presents, which sadly is right around the corner, especially for us, because we go to either my hometown or my husband's hometown for Christmas and Thanksgiving, so it kind of switches up every year. And this year, Dallas is Christmas, Mississippi is Thanksgiving. And when I go to Mississippi, I take their Christmas stuff too. So I've got to get all that ready, especially get that one because that's the first hit. And I really need to be done with it so that I can start working on Texas stuff, but I'm not quite done with it. And I really need to go put a package in the mail tomorrow. I worked on a project for my stepsister, and I've got to get those. No, I don't really have to mail those to her. Yeah, because I'm going to. Okay, cool. I don't have to do that, but I did do these little candy corns for my 3 grandkids and for nieces and nephews and such. And I put candy in them and some candy corn and a couple of suckers and a couple of chocolate peanut butter wrapped in foil that looks like an eye. And I want to send those off so they'll have them by Halloween. I don't have much time left to do that either. I'm checking. I don't even know what day of the week. It's Monday, October the 17th. Yeah. Not a whole heck of a lot of time. The way I procrastinate, I need to get them in. I really need to get them in because I'm horrible at posting crap. I told that to somebody tonight, and I'm just horrible at it. But eventually it gets done. It may be 6 months to a year before I do it, but eventually it gets done. So, yeah, that's about it for us. Me and Mimi's just been kind of lazing around, doing nothing. I love rainy days, but it's a bitch with Mimi because she will not go out in the rain, not even a sprinkle, to tinkle and potty. And so, yeah, that's usually interesting. I usually just put her out on the carport and eventually she'll do it, or she doesn't get to come in. She won't leave the carport either, so I have no worries about that. Now, if it's a blowing wind and rain and the carport's wetted down, I don't do that, but I usually have to pick her up and take her outside and put her on the carport and go, okay, go potty, because she will do it in the house on the floor, thankfully on the hardwood, but still, I don't like it, but she will do it because she hates to go out in the rain. Anyway, guys, I guess I'm going to get off of here and go work on the book for a little bit longer. And then Uncle Cece will be getting in the bed about 10 o'clock. So that's my craft room and our bedroom. So generally, I'm out of there unless I'm sleeping by the time he goes to bed. So I guess that's it for now. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Yeah, pretty much the whole thing's left. Sorry. Alright, have a happy rest of your week. I don't know what else to say. And now I'm trying to find my cursor. Bye.